Good morning, everyone. I'm Jen Houston, owner of the Artsy for Artsy Gallery. Pardon me. I'm a full-time independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. Welcome to Make It Marvelous Monday. So today we are starting off with a brand new feature of the week, and I got started playing around with it, and next thing you know, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards were born. So we're going to be busy this morning. Hopefully we're all prepped and a little bit ready to go, so you can see how I use this embossing folder in multiple different kinds of ways. So today we're going to kind of focus on what the embossing folder looks like with different materials. And so that's going to be kind of the showcase today, if you will. I see some ladies popping on. Hello, Julie. Good morning. Thanks for sharing. So just like Julie, if you could comment lots, give hearts when you see something that you absolutely love. And if you could share this with your friends, that all helps my little crafting business here. And so, hi, Mary Ellen. Good morning. So thanks for doing that for me. All right, let's switch to here. Have you figured it out? It is the Evergreen Forest 3D embossing folder we're going to play around with today. I guess I haven't talked too much this morning. My voice is a little croaky. Good thing I have some water nearby. All right, so if you purchased this embossing folder from me this week, I'm going to send out to you some linen thread. And of course that matches so nicely with this embossing folder. It's just kind of woodsy and raw and rustic feeling, right? So I'm excited to play around with this lots this week. All right, so let me get this screen going here. Here we are. Thanks for sharing, everybody. You love this embossing folder? Awesome. So if you would, Julie, if you have some ideas, throw them out there. All right. So where's this embossing folder? Well, it is in the mini catalog here, the August to December one. And sometimes it gets a little bit lost, I think, because, I don't know, the green here just doesn't lend your eye to go over here. I'm not sure. But it's on page 35 at the top on the right hand corner, and I'm excited to say that this is actually carrying over to the next catalog, so don't worry about it retiring. You'll still see projects with it coming out next year, or in the next catalog as well. So check that out, page 35. And I don't know if you can see it, but it is a beautiful embossing folder, and it's just crazy how it is 3D. So there's so many different layers in here. Some are thicker, some are you know, less deep, some pop out more, some are farther back. It's really quite neat. Probably need it on a darker background. There we go. But I'm loving it. So there you go. Just something to be mindful of. When you do get 3D embossing folders, you're going to want to get the specialty plate, and that allows you to run the 3D embossing folders through, and it gives it the texture that it needs. I know that I think it's a little thicker than a normal plate is, so all you do is run your base plate, your embossing folder, and then this plate over top, and that's it. You don't use any other plates. So it is quite thick. These are thick materials here, but needed to run the 3D embossing folders through. So it's very inexpensive. It's only $13.50. I think that's the same cost as the embossing folder. So, and with that, you're ready to go with all of the other 3D embossing folders. So I just wanted to make sure of that. That is on page 172 of the annual catalog. If you don't have catalogs, contact me. I'd love to send you some. All right, first project today. Like I said, Kind of got carried away. Me? I know, I know. All right, so I'm playing around with one of my favorite colors today. Crumb cake is going to be our card base. And then I've got a little layer here of Whisper White, Basic White. I need to start calling it because they're switching over. And here we have another layer of Crumb Cake, which I ran through. I wish the lighting was better. Let's see what I could do here. Because you can't, oh sheesh, yeah, I'm going to tip everything over. That's what I'm going to do. It's hard to see and this light doesn't stay, so once it hits a certain point it goes, oh, I just lost a piece on the floor. Anyways, we'll try there. Okay, so it has the beautiful embossing in it. Isn't that crazy how so many different layers? Look at that. Isn't that fun? Love it. So that I was going to put over top of here. Then I had, here it is, a little piece of the plaid tidings paper. And that was often used a lot with the that leaf stamp set. And I thought it was really pretty. But I thought, oh, it's woodsy here. Let's play around with some wood plaid mountain kind of look. Then mountain air. These dies and whatnot go great with this embossing folder. So I actually ran one of those trees out from Mountain Air, the Mountain Air bundle, and in gold foil, which I think is really pretty. And I'm going to focus on sympathy cards today. I'm kind of running low, and I think this set lends itself well to, you know, thinking of you and sympathy cards. So here we go. Just going to, ooh, I wonder if I went on this side. There. I went like so. We'll see. We'll see what we come up with here. So that's my plan for this. I want to use some of the linen thread on this card as well because there again, goes great with this. All right, so I'm going to get out my snail tape, stamp and seal, pardon me, and let's just put this glue on there. By the way, this saying came from Prized Peony, and it is, my thoughts are with you. I like that. And there is a so sorry for your loss there as well. I didn't use that one, but I know it would go well on the cards as well. Okay, so since this is super duper bumpy, I can choose to use dimensionals, or I can use some liquid glue, which I should have got more of because it's kind of running low. Anyways, we'll use what I've got. And you know, a big decision is, which side do you want to use? Because you can use both sides, right? I personally like the raised side more so than the non-raised. I hate when I lose my words. All right, just like so. Just gonna put my hands on it for a little bit. And there we go. All right, so here's my little strip that I want to use of that plaid tidings. And, oh, did I make it a little too big? Yeah, it's okay. All of these products, of course, are available for purchase through me if you live in Canada. And if you don't, my lovely friend Lisa Harden from the US is available if you live in the United States. She can help you out. Just contact me and I can send you over to her. She's a great gal. I promise she doesn't bite. Right, Lisa? At least she's never bit me. She's actually a very incredible She, you know, puts up with me and my comings and goings and crazy ideas and whatnot. Because I throw a lot at her. You want to do what? Yeah. So I'm just adding some liquid glue to the back of that gold foil tree. Isn't that pretty? There's the lovely friend reporting with Miss Lisa. All right, and this is Mary Merlot, which I think matches nicely with this little red strip inside there. And my thoughts are with you. I put some dimensionals on the back here already. This is punched out with the, oh dear, what's that label punch called? Anyone know? Classic label? Can't remember. There again. I will have the names of all these things on my blog. This is why I have my blog. No biting. See? She says no biting. She may make you laugh lots. That's for sure. There. I think I'm going to just add a little of that linen thread there. Let me make sure my camera microphone is up because I'm having trouble here with my throat. Feeling super dry. We are supposed to get a huge snowstorm today. What is it? Like, could get 30, or we're supposed to get 30 to 50, could be up to 70 centimeters of snow tonight. And well, I guess over the next 2 days. That's a lot of snow. Not sure what that would be like for my American friends, but thoughts. So we've got the shovel ready, ready to roll. I kind of want to add some pearls. What do you think? Ooh, or the gold gilded gems. That would be pretty. Okay, let's do that. So what do you think? I don't want to add too much bling. It's a sympathy card for, I guess my thoughts are with you could be for all sorts of things, I suppose. Not necessarily, you know, too negative. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Man, this little string is curly. Must have got a little perm in the bag that I have them in. There. I'm just going to use 2. Look at me being, you know, a risk taker. Using 2 instead of 3. Yikes. All right, and so for the card insert, like I said, the Mountain Air Bundle works fantastic. That's where this die came from. And I used the stamp here to stamp on the insert. I'm going to do this with the 35 centimeters equals 1 foot. I've got on my ruler here, well, could be 12 inches. I don't know, could be about 30, yeah, about 35, you're right. So maybe 2-3 feet. Yikes. So I stamped this, and then without re-inking, I stamped again, and then I re-inked and stamped again, and without re-inking, stamped again. And so that's how you get the variation in colors on those trees. And I think I'm going to do that with the envelopes as well. I'm not going to show you how to glue it in. You kind of should know how to do that maybe. So it just goes on the inside so to help you write your words. So there we go. That is card number 1 done. Isn't it pretty? I love mountainy kind of things like that, right? Look where I live. What a coincidence. All right, so for this stamp, I'm using the Thinking of You from Blossoms in Bloom. And And so you can run your embossing folder through on the cardstock, of course, but you can also run your DSP through. And so this is from that, oh dear, fall paper. On this side they had the pumpkins, and this side it just had the kind of crumb cake look with those flecks on it. And I thought, oh, that's perfect to run those trees through. I almost wonder about that Forever Fern, that was called, paper. That would probably have some green paper in it that would look really neat with the tree folder. Okay, so I've got myself a Mary Merlot bit card base here, and I had it already cut in my little bin over here. And so we're doing the Lisa Harden fold here. Siri just told me 33 centimeters equals 1.1 or 15 feet. There you go. Lots. 39 centimeters to a yardstick. Yardstick? No, no, be more than that. You guys have Google, thank goodness, because Miss Jen Translator is not so helpful. Okay, and I have early espresso here. I'm going to glue that down. Let me use my stamp and seal for that, since it's not bumpy. You can apparently use the stamp and seal on bumpy things, but I like the liquid glue. You know it's going to get in the creaks and crevices and stick really well. So next, I'm going to glue this DSP down. Isn't that funny looking? All the little gourds have bumps and blemishes. Oh, my internet looks like it's cooperating today. I'm shocked because I was kind of worried because school is now out, and I thought, uh-oh, all the kids are going to be playing games, although we don't have many children around here, of course, because we're a 40-plus community, but I don't know. Your brain was mush. Millimeters, oh dear. Well, if you want millimeters, just add on a 100. Times it by 100, your centimeter number. Okay, and so this is also from that paper from the autumn leaves, or gilded autumn, I don't know. And I'm going to just put some glue, liquid glue on this to make sure it sticks really well. And I think I'm going to put it, whoops, on an angle here. And then this is from that plaid tidings. I'm going to put that on an angle as well. Maybe I should go down here a little more. There we go. And then I punched out, whoops. Anyone got brilliant ideas on, oh, just keep rubbing it, on how to get glue off of here? Yep, just keep rubbing it. I know if you use an eraser, it tends to kind of scrape it and scratch it. Okay, so I put dimensionals on the back of this. This is the copper foil, cut out with that punch. Can't remember. Oh, let's go over here this time. Okay, there we go, popped up with dimensionals. And then on the back of this, this is from the large, small. There was a trick to remembering what this punch was called, but anyways, there we go. So I'm just going to put some snail on the back of that, and I'm going to do like a wrappy wrap thing. So I've just got some of this linen thread, just going to wind it around my fingers a few times. It's probably enough. Take it off my fingers And just kind of, well, that didn't turn to, hang on. Needs to be a little bit longer. So let's go 4 fingers. There. And it's just going to be a little bit of a swirly whirl behind here. And then I'm going to add the dimensionals over top just to make sure they're super stuck down. You just say a lot of snow, that's right. Are you guys supposed to get Amy? I know Calgary's supposed to get tons too. I don't know if it's going to hit you. Hopefully not. You know, it never fails. Every Christmas there tends to be a huge storm go through, right when everybody needs to travel and you know, go along. So it's inevitable, right? All right, this one I want to use the pearls. Now we don't have Mary Merlot, hey? Stampin' Blend. So let's go in with, I don't know what rich raspberry would look like. The dark one. Let's give it a try here. I think it would be okay. So I'm just going to color 3 pearls. I love that these Stampin' Blends can change your rhinestones, your pearls, all sorts of embellishments to different colors, which works wonderfully. You always have, you know, the color you need. There we go. Just a little something. And there again, for the card insert, I just stamped those trees like so. But there you go. So there is, can you see, there's some embossing folder with DSB. Cute, cute. Next, let's see. We're ripping through pretty good because I was a little worried. This is such a lovely color combo. So not only can you use this embossing folder on, lost an earring, on cardstock, designer series paper, but you can also use it on foil, copper, or any of the foils. Isn't that gorgeous? In fact, Martine, if you're watching, Martine sent a Christmas card to me that had this embossing folder run through on some foil, and Kevin, he's like, who sent you a not homemade card? I'm like, guess what? It is a handmade card. And he's like, no, it's not. So Martine, you fooled him. He thought it was a actual store-bought card because it looked so stunning using this foil run through with the embossing folder. Lovely. So I'm going to use a card base of Whisper White, Basic White, Seaside Spray. Is that the right size? Not at all. Hang on. Let's trim a little of this off. I'm like, that's looking a little big. How about now? Oh, pretty darn perfect. There we go. And then we've got our silver foil. And then I have a little piece of Smoky Slate. And on here I've used the stamp set Well Said. And it says, know that love, prayer, and caring surround you today. And so there we go. I thought that would look great. Then there's this black and white twine that comes from the Playful Pets set, and I thought, oh, let's twist that around underneath. I think that'll be pretty. All right, so let's start assembling all this. in the catalog, the example, one of the examples that they show is this embossing folder run through with the foil, and that's what got me hooked. Yes, it looks beautiful with the foil. It does. That's what made me go, oh, I need that one. I'm just holding this for a bit because it is so bumpy. I want to make sure that it's kind of stuck down here. I can always sneak in later with a little bit of, stick some glue in under there, glue dots as well too. All right, I added some dimensionals to the back of this. Let's pop this beautiful foil layer up. Okay, oh, stay down. And I just wanted to put this in the right hand corner, like so. Oh, so pretty. And then I wanted this to go there, but behind it, let's do some little wrappies, wrapping, although it's going to be tricky with those dimensionals there. What can we do? Add a little stamp and seal in strategic locations. Okay, let's do a little twisty twist around my fingers here. Maybe we won't do too much. We'll just do. Well, that looks darn ridiculous. Okay. So, note to self, if you're going to wrap thread, maybe do so before you put your dimensionals on. Tuck that one down a little bit. Okay. So now because this layer is already popped up once, I only put one dimensional on that side of the sentiment layer, and two layered up two for where this part's going to be, where it's not already popped up once. I don't know if I love that thread. If I don't, I can always take it out. Okay. You know what would look really pretty? What are they called? The iridescent pearls? There again, got the Seaside Spray in there. Whew, that's shiny, isn't it? What can we add right there? Almost feel like something black, but not sure I have anything black. Here's some of those white. Too much. Those white, oh dear. Elegant faceted gems, I'm going to say. Okay, there we go. Pretty, pretty. And that's my insert. Okay, next card. Now we get into the fancy schmancies. So we've done cardstock, we've done DSP, we've done foil. How about some vellum? All right, so I'm going to use a card base of basic black. Then I'm using basic gray as a layer here. And then I've cut out a little piece here, a little window, if you will, using this stitched rectangle dies. And here it is, the layer, here, the layer of vellum run through with that embossing folder. Isn't it neat? Just, it looks like hoarfrost. So pretty. Okay, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually glue this down to the card base. I'm going to try with the Stamp and Seal because I don't want liquid glue to kind of show through. So far so good. Okay, so right in the center. Oh yeah, and then it went crooked. Can you move yet? There we go. A little better. Just gonna give that a squish. Sorry, making you seasick. Okay. And then I have popped this layer up with dimensionals on the back. So we're making a little window. Sponge liquid glue on the vellum. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. I suppose it's such a little layer that you can't tell. Smart. Thank you, Amy. I love that we can learn from each other. Okay. Here's my little window, like so. Oh, I like it. I like it. And then once again, I have this little piece of plaid tidings, but I thought about using this little back part. I think I want to do a little ribbon cut on the end here. I'm not sure if I'm going to have it so long or not. That looks better. I do have some of those white trees, or maybe just one. I thought I had two. Here it is. That I can put along the side. And then for this one, I'm using Peaceful Moments stamp set, and I'm using With Deepest Sympathy. I thought I would emboss it onto the black. And ooh, I don't want to take up all that beautiful. You know what you can do is shrink this down a little. Let me get out a sticky note. Make myself a little handle. So this was the punch that I had used. Get in there. And if you kind of push it up a little bit, you can kind of shrink it down and make it a little bit smaller. Make it shorter, if you will. Go even along the sides. Okay, so I'm just taking out a little chunk like that, and then I'll take out a chunk at the top as well, just making it a little smaller. Put the handle on that end. I need a longer handle. That's okay, we'll play with it with my thumb. There we go, I think it's good. Woohoo! Yeah, I think it looks good. All right, there we go. So we cut a bit off. Oh, that looks much better. Much better. Okay, so let's glue this little part on here. Guess I'm gonna just need most of it along the bottom. And I should put this a little farther down. So there again, it doesn't cover up so much of that beautiful tree, the trees that we've got in there. Maybe I only need one tree. Oh, let's use the liquid glue in here. Just add some strategic spots. I can hear Indy breathing, snoring. There. The reason why I got out this eraser was I was wondering, Amy gave me this eraser. It's a pen eraser, because I was thinking, you know how hard it is to get white embossing powder onto black cardstock without those little flecks being everywhere. With other cardstock colors, it just seems to, you can, you know, brush it all off and or it just doesn't show as bad. But I was wondering if this would work for getting those little bits off without making it look funny. Might. Oh, yeah. So there you go. Another use for the, what is this, sand eraser. It's from Tombow. Oh, okay. Anyways, thank you, Amy. Okay, should we just go with one tree? Should we do two? I think just one. Let's just go with one tree. Okay, so I'm going to be mindful that, oh, this layer is already popped up. This layer, however, is not. So I want to have doubled up right here. And just a single layer down here. Yep, I did that right. Okay. Go over here. Ooh, so pretty. With deepest sympathy. There we go. Pretty. And of course I did the same thing with that mountain air tree. I could always throw this on here on the card insert. Maybe, maybe not. Anyways. Lots of neat. I like it. That vellum looks absolutely stunning. I like it. Oh yeah. Okay, so I will cut this down, just trim, 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 and then put it on another card base. I'm sure a deepest sympathy person does not want to see it. Yeah, I think they're going crazy. All right, last card. What time are we at? Holy moly, we're doing well. Oh yeah, because I have an appointment at 11. Okay, woven heirlooms. And I'm using the Thinking of You. Let's use a Cajun Craze card base. Then I'm going to use this plaid tidings paper. Isn't that gorgeous? I'll glue that down now. And I'm just layering this right kind of at the bottom. I'm leaving the little edge around the outside. Okay, then, let's see. I'm going to glue this onto a Cajun, crushed curry layer. This is the copper foil. So let's glue this down. I added some dimensionals on the back of the crushed curry layer. Let's pop that up. Show off those beautiful trees. Gorgeous. So I could just leave it like that. But this is Jen Houston we're talking about. Got to go above and beyond, right? All right, so here is some shaded spruce trees. Let's add some glue. Now, it would have been smart to use adhesive sheets, but I forget about them until I'm done, and then I'm like, oh yeah, should have used those adhesive sheets. Okay, and then I actually cut one out of the DSP. I thought it looked kind of fun, just kind of give a little bit of variation in the color. This would be a great use for this liquid glue with the sponge too, putting on those silly trees. And then I had a third one. Kind of want to cut off some of it, make it a little shorter. Yeah. There, we got a real forest going on now. And then I had thinking of you, which I was just going to layer over top somehow like that. Didn't know about adding another. I think that's too much. Yep, that's too much. So I like it kind of hanging off a little. So let's add a few more dimensionals on the back. I wasn't sure if I would cut it off or keep it. You know, you just don't know until you kind of get her done. And of course I embossed the thinking of you with gold embossing. And I'm kind of thinking about, I don't know if I want a little ribbon or here or not. I kind of do. Let's do it. I wonder if you can kind of, there, tame these down like you do, you know, ribbons on gifts. Oh, that's so pretty. Wow, I love those colors. And there again, just use the Cajun Craze to put a little insert. Isn't the copper and the Cajun Craze beautiful together? Oh my goodness. I hate the light. It looks so amazing in person, and there it's just blinding. Anyways, so there we go. There is our 5th card, if you can believe it or not. So let's check out all the things that we made today. So that was that one. Let's move him up there. And here was our backwards vellum. And the silver and the blue. And the DSP. And the good old cardstock. So pretty. Love that it can go either way, landscape or portrait, and looks good. Love that you can have just a portion of it, or you can use kind of the whole thing as a feature. Just pretty. Love it. All right. I am playing with a beautiful embossing folder. Martine, did you hear my story about your Christmas card that you sent me? If you didn't, I'll repeat it again. So Kevin opened up your card and he's like, who sent you not a whole handmade card? And so I said, well, you know, that actually is a handmade card. And he's like, no, it's not. Looks really nice. And I'm like, yes, it's a handmade card. And I said, I have that embossing folder that makes it like that. And so, you know, the stunning look it creates when you run that embossing folder through the foils is incredible. So, you know, this is a worthwhile venture, worthwhile idea to get. It's carrying over to the new catalog, which I absolutely love. So you'll be seeing more of it from lots of demonstrators, I am sure. And of course, this doesn't have to be used for Christmas. I didn't use any of it for Christmas. I think it's a great idea for sympathy, thinking of you, that kind of idea, as well as anything like birthdays, anniversaries, what have you, wedding. If you had white on white or silver and blue and white, and oh, would be stunning for all sorts of things. So there you go. You're going to want to get this feature of the week for sure. And if you do, I'm going to send you out some of that beautiful linen thread. Also, you'll want to check out the big giant clear out sale. There's lots of fun things in there, like last week's beautiful designer series paper. And of course, to make everything sweeter, I need a sympathy card now too. Oh, I hope this is giving you an idea. And of course, if you order from me in December, then I'm going to put your name into a draw for these playful alphabet dies. They cost a lot, but I accidentally ordered 2 sets. I don't need 2 sets, so I'm giving one away. So make sure you get your orders in before the end of December, and you will be entered in if you purchase $50 or more. Also, there was a big clearance rack refresh, so check that out as well. Lots of things up to like 60% off. And the best thing is, if you are a demonstrator or have bought your starter kit, some of those things are 60% off. But if you're a demonstrator, you get at least a minimum of 20% more. So you get 80% off of these things. I think that's pretty amazing. So here's my info. There is where you can purchase online, jenhouston.stampinup.net, and that is the host code for orders under $200. And if you use that, I'm going to send you a little gift in the mail. All right. Thank you everybody for watching today. I hope this gave you some ideas. I hope that this is kind of, you know, got your juices flowing with different techniques and different ways that you can use this beautiful embossing folder. Tomorrow is my team day, so I will be doing a video for my team. However, I'm not going to leave you stranded. This week we are thinking of job titles that start with Q and R. So if you need a reason to send out a card, a Christmas card, or just a, you know, thanks a lot card, you're incredible kind of card, I'll give you some ideas for that. Also tomorrow I will show you a fun template idea that you can challenge yourself with and participate along with. And of course, if you post a picture of your design on my Facebook page, you'll be entered into a draw to get the handmade card that I make using the template, using this embossing folder. So there you have it. So if I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you on Wednesday when we do another fun technique with this embossing folder. All right, have a great day, everyone. Talk to you later. Hopefully I won't be, you know, stuck in the snow somewhere. Bye.